What's up guys, I'm Nathan and in this video I'm gonna be showing you guys the updated All-Star Tower Defense tier list for the Summerfest update. Now this update has a lot of new units, so yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of changes from last update in this one, and they are bringing a whole new level of expensive. I wish they would have added like a new money tower, but it is what it is. So I would recommend for you guys to watch all the way till the end because I will be giving my explanations. S tier is basically meta 100%. A tier is very good units, and top A tier is potential meta but not 100% sure. B tier is going to be average. C tier is below average, and D tier is bad. So if you have anything that you don't agree with, just let me know what you don't agree with instead of just telling me like it's a bad tier list. But I'll try my best to make something that should be accurate for everyone, and this is also for all modes including PvP. Anyway guys, we're starting off with Obito. So he's probably going to be C tier, below average. We have Demon Yusuke, who's probably going to be top A tier because this character is a potential meta, because full AoE, 53 range, I think it's 53, and 4.8 SPA. That SPA makes him so freaking OP. But the problem would be, like, since he's competing for story mode meta, definitely not infinite mode, because infinite mode meta is probably going to be insane. So like Yusuke would not cut it for that, but for story mode he is a little bit expensive, but still he's really good potential to be a meta there. Escanor probably B tier. Yeah, I said B tier, but like top B tier. That's just mainly because the new units are just a whole different tier. You know what? I'll put him at bottom A tier. Guts is going to be S tier, but here because I think he bleeds. Even if he doesn't bleed, his damage is freaking OP. But the thing about him is that he's just extremely expensive. Like, he's about 200k to max out. So I think now for those leaderboard players, they will have to bring along like 2 freaking money farms. There's no way that you can manage without doing that. Armin will probably be B tier. We have Blackbeard, who's going to be an S tier. Blackbeard 5-star, D tier. Erwin, S tier. Bulma, S tier. Now I know some of you might be like, no, Bulma's not meta, Escanor is. But like I said, right now most likely for those leaderboard players, they will have to bring 2 money farms, but I'm not 100% sure. Kaido probably C tier. Sanemi probably another C tier. Darui C tier, but like higher than these ones. Rengoku probably going to be in A tier. I'll put him in A tier, but like lower A tier. Then Rengoku 5-star right there. This dude Yugi is going to be in A tier. He's pretty good. Gon is going to be C tier. Like Yagami is definitely S tier. He's still going to be meta. Goku, of course, he's still going to be meta, but he is definitely being challenged like crazy by these opponents. But it is just that he is now actually comparatively cheaper compared to some of these new units. Then we have Kovegu, which is Gogeta, potential meta. I'm not 100% sure if he'll remain in the meta, but I'm inclined to think that he is still going to be infinite meta, just because he is very cheap compared to these new units. That is why I'm inclined to say that he is still in the meta. Plus his range is freaking OP, but I'm gonna put him at bottom S. Then we have this guy, Aladdin, who's going to be right there. They should add more Magi units, to be honest. Then we have this character, Yuno, who's going to be C tier. Gilgamesh, who's going to be probably an A tier, but another one on the lower side of A tier. This time we have Vegito, who's definitely freaking S tier. He is insanely expensive as well, along with Guts, but he basically takes Sniper to a whole new level. But anyway guys, have you just noticed literally so much of the meta? We have Bulma, we have Vegito, we have God Goku, we have Gogeta. I swear, like half the meta is freaking Dragon Ball units, but I'm a Dragon Ball fan, so I'm happy about that. Then I'm going to put Giorno 6 star at bottom S tier. I don't know if he will still be meta, but he's a good character. I might move him down to A tier if I find out from the leaderboard players that he's not meta anymore. This character, Golden Frieza, is probably going to be A tier. He's a good character, I'll say that, but I'm pretty sure he's not meta anymore. Shanks is probably going to be in A tier. Probably better than Yugi, to be honest, just because of the fact that he's a ground unit, so easier to place. But don't waste your gems on him. As it is, it's pretty hard finding the traveling merchant. He's just one of those collectors units. I don't think he was even meant to be used for like actually getting on the leaderboards, and you have to guaranteed spend like 2k gems for it. Then we have Warhammer Titan, who's probably going to be D tier. Aqua, who is also going to be A tier. She's another limited time unit, so if you're a collector, sure, go for her. But I understand why they made her like pretty weak actually compared to the other new units. And it's just because like if a new player will come in, and even if that new player is good, if they're just unlucky and don't get this character, then it would never be possible for those people to get on the leaderboard. So it just wouldn't make sense. So it's just one of those collectors units. Then we have Itadori, who's going to be in A tier. Now the reason why he's not in S tier, now some people are calling him Walmart Conan, but he's actually not. He's more like Conan in the mall, because the only reason why he's not on probably S tier is just because of the fact that he's a little bit more expensive than Conan. Otherwise, he would definitely have a chance of even beating her. Then we have Marker, who's going to be B tier. Maybe she needs an orb. We have this character. What's his face? Ichigo, who's going to be B tier. We have Magellan, who's going to be C tier. He slows, but that slow is just not worth it. You know what? I'll put him bottom B tier. Then we have this character Jiraiya, who's going to be B tier. He's now moved down to average. Whis is going to be bottom S tier because I said it's for all modes, PvP mode. Jotaro is going to be in S tier, story mode meta. 5-star Jotaro bottom A tier. Zenitsu going to be somewhere in the middle of A tier. He's a decent character to use, I suppose. His SPA is really solid. Then Gohan is probably going to be B tier. Then we have Goku Black, I think, so he's going to be C tier. We have Sasuke, C tier. We have Minato, B tier probably. We have Nami, who's going to be probably C tier. We have Asta, who's a pretty good character, but definitely not a meta character. So he's gonna just stay in A tier. We have Broly, who's going to be somewhere over here on A tier. Broly is still a pretty decent character, but definitely his meta days are over. I might get an orb though. Then we have Usopp, who's going to be C tier. We have Gojo, who's going to be S tier because for the infinite time stop, Gojo is very useful. We have Akaza, who for some reason people thought that orb was for Akaza, but that is actually the Majin sign. It's Boo's sign, so he's going to still be in D tier. We have this guy, Roy Mustang, who's going to be probably an A tier just because of the fact of his SPA. His SPA makes him a solid character to use. Then we have Emiya, who's going to be around here, B tier. We have Luffy, who's going to be C tier. We have Luffy 6 star, who's going to be probably lower on the A tier. He also definitely will be needing an orb. We have this guy, who's probably going to be somewhere there on A tier as well, Ace. He's pretty decent for story mode, but definitely not meta. We have Tatsumaki, who's also going to be a decent A tier character. I mean, full AoE, definitely not bad. Mob Psycho is D tier. Trunks is going to be B tier. Boo is going to be a fairly solid A tier, and that is mainly because of the fact that he's full AoE and hits air, and the damage is pretty freaking solid. And you know, I'm pretty happy. They didn't make him too OP, but they didn't make him too weak either, so I'm satisfied with how they did him. Natsu is going to be in probably bottom B tier. Nagato is going to be somewhere in like lower A tier, he's still a pretty decent unit to use. Yeah, I'll put him right there. Coyote Stark, C tier. Kirito, probably top A tier. Potentially still meta, but I feel like he might be too expensive and not really good enough to stay there in the meta, because like I said, there wouldn't be as many slots, since I'm pretty sure to carry all these units with you, you will need 2 money farms. And these characters are definitely better than 2 units combined. That's how OP they are, but at the same time, they're even very hard to get. Kuma will be also in A tier. Kuma is still a very good character, but I don't think that he's anything like legendary anymore. Then we have this guy Overhaul, who's going to be C tier. It's a raid 3 reward. Whitebeard is more. Whitebeard has the orb, so I'm gonna put him in like right next to Nagato. He's decent, even with that orb. Then we have Meliodas, who's going to be lower on the spectrum of B tier. Endeavor, who's going to be somewhere around A tier, maybe like right there. That should be good for him, like right above Ace. Then we have Ace actually should be below Rengoku, to be honest. Then we have Dio, who's going to be bottom A tier as well. Actually higher than Jotaro because he is cheaper to use. Then Mihawk is going to be a pretty solid A tier. He is still a really nice sniper. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. Rukia is also a decent A tier character. Put her along with these characters. Byakuya C tier. Meta Knight top A tier, but no longer meta, that's for sure, because you can only place 1 down and he will no longer contribute as much to your total damage output. There we have Funny Valentine, who's going to probably stick around in probably top A tier or bottom S tier. I'm gonna put him bottom S tier just because of the fact that for story mode, like the DPS by itself, without even including the ability, is really good. So I put him right there. So then Escanor is going to be in S tier. This is just a duplicate Luffy, don't worry about that one. The Netero is probably going to be a pretty solid A tier. I don't think he will be removed from A tier. He's still really good. Then we have Joseph Joestar, who's going to be probably another bottom A tier. We have Zoro, who's going to be probably another bottom A tier. Then we have Silver Zoldyck, who's probably going to be another one in the B tier. We have Merlin, who's going to be A tier because the range buff is still not a bad thing. Kento Nanami is probably going to be another A tier, but on the lower side of it. Mugetsu Ichigo is probably going to be another one on like somewhere towards the higher spectrum of A tier. Conan Paper Beauty probably still going to hold on to bottom S for story mode. Itachi is probably going to be somewhere in another like lowest A tier. Garp is also going to stick around in A tier. Giorno 5-star is C tier. And yeah, that's pretty much the tier list. As you can see, we have a mad amount of units. I might have to remove some of the really old units from my next tier list. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.